There has been a lot of talk about PlayStation VR2 over the course of the last couple of years because it sounds like Sony is very focused on virtual reality. There's even been discussions that apparently inside of Sony headquarters, they built the PlayStation 5 specifically to be the ultimate virtual reality console. Well, today, Sony decided to finally give us another deep dive look at PSVR2, and I'm excited, but I'm also a bit nervous that this thing is going to be extremely expensive. But let's take a look at the facts. What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here. Hi, hope you're having a very good morning. Technically, right now, I'm having a great morning personally, so I hope you are too. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So this was posted on the PlayStation blog a couple hours back, and I've read through it very carefully because it seems like this is sort of to whet our appetite. It's sort of getting us ready for what sounds like a big game and info drop and hopefully a release date here in the next couple months. But it says, here's an early look at the user experience for the PlayStation VR2, which to me, this is what I care about the most. I want to know what it is like when I'm wearing the headset, when I have the controllers in my hand. What is the actual experience going to be like? I don't care about all the technical doodads and stuff. To me, I'm curious, how are the games going to look? How are they going to play? And are these controllers going to kick ass? Now, as you can see, I actually think that in general, this technology seems really good. I appreciate this design. The controllers, they have a bunch of great screenshots of these controllers. These seem very unique. They're definitely very PlayStation. But actually, you may be asking why this is black and white. This is one of the new features that they actually talk about here. The road to launch for PlayStation VR2 is in full swing, and we can't wait for you to try the exciting new games and experiences you'll be able to explore with our next generation virtual reality headsets. As we continue towards our launch efforts, today we want to give you a quick peek at some user experiences. So inside this first two slides, we have obviously the controllers, and we have the fact that apparently you're actually going to have quite a few interesting headset functions. You can adjust the play area even in the middle of a game, adjusting the visibility, changing the screen size, screen brightness, VR headset vibration. Has there ever been a PSVR headset or any VR headset that has vibration? That's kind of interesting, but here's the part of it that I actually like the most is right here. This is called see-through view. So a lot of the newer VR headsets have this feature where the front-facing cameras are actually able to scan the room itself and make it so that while you're wearing the headset, you're not blind. It's not like a blindfold. Instead, it makes it where it actually scans the room and allows you to see through it. So whenever you're actually wearing the headset, you can very easily see everything around you, but it looks like it's in black and white while you're wearing it. But here's the part of it that's interesting. Here's another feature I'm not sure I've ever seen any VR headset do, but this is completely amazing. So while you're actually wearing the headset, here we have a goofy little PR person freaking out. I think this is probably that Horizon Call of the Mountain. God, those graphics look so good, especially for a VR game. But here's this. There's a new broadcast feature for the PlayStation VR2 which will allow you to film yourself while you're playing by connecting the PlayStation 5 HD camera to the console. It's a great way to show your movements and reaction during a boss battle and show your reactions with your fellow gamers. Now, I don't know if this person is green screened or if this is actually what we're going to be getting, but this is incredibly cool. I think this might be what it's actually going to do is like that, what do they call it? AI generated where it cuts you out. You know, like when you're in a Discord call or in a Zoom call, how you can have it where it just automatically cuts you out. You don't need to be on this green screen. This would be incredibly cool. I mean, honestly, I like the idea of just being able to press the share button and maybe instantly stream your VR gameplay. It seems incredibly cool that if I start reviewing some PSVR games, which I do want to do specifically for games like this, I think it'd be great that I could record myself in the game, so to speak. That seems incredibly cool. But let's scroll down here. So these are the room scans. This feature is probably what's going to be the most user-friendly aspect of it, and I'm very thankful this exists because quite frankly, I'm an idiot And if there's a way I can break something, typically I find a way to break it. So what this does is that it customizes your play area. The PSVR2 can customize by using the PSVR2 Sense controllers embedded in the cameras. The cameras allow you to scan the room, while the PSVR2 Sense controllers allow you to expand further and customize the play area. So here's the way this works. I've seen other things do this. So while you have it, you can use the controllers to aim like basically outline, all right, here's like a little stool, here's a couch, here's where I don't want to bump my toe, here's where my cat typically sleeps, so I don't want to stomp there while playing a game. But you can also create these like barriers. Now this exists so that while you're playing the game, it can be much more immersive. If it knows the exact boundaries of the real room, it's able to build the world around you and know, okay, this is how close something can get so you can swing your sword. Resident Evil 2 VR did this, and it was so freaking fun because you could actually reach behind you in real life and pull out a shotgun or pull the pin on a grenade and throw it at enemies. Like, I feel like a lot of these games, the physical space simulation is definitely the greatest part of the experience. Like, it's nice that you're locked into it. It's nice that the world feels so real and touchable. But more than that, I'm just glad that it manages to make the game feel like it's coming into your universe. But here's the final part that I feel like people are definitely the most excited about. I feel like I see the most conversation about this, which is that apparently it sounds like the actual screen on the PSVR2 is surprisingly great. It's a 2000 by 2040 per eye, 90 hertz, 120 hertz frame rate. This seems like it's going to be very, very, very good. Now, obviously, a lot of the rumors have been that the PlayStation 5 was completely built for this VR headset. But man, these specs, these actual freaking specifications, this seems great. High frame rate, good resolution. I'm super, super, super excited. This just in general seems like such a good time. But this does bring me to some of the concerns I've seen you guys voicing. So this morning I decided to tweet out, hey, there's some new PlayStation VR2 details that have been dropped. What do you think about it? And a lot of people have basically said it seems expensive. What about PlayStation VR backwards compatibility? Which honestly I think is the very best freaking point to bring up. Like, if this works with original PlayStation VR, I've even seen things like, what if this manages to up the resolution or maybe even the frame rate of first generation PlayStation VR games? That would be exceedingly cool. A lot of these people are saying they're excited for specific games like Resident Evil 8 VR and stuff, but a lot easier to hook up. One of the complaints I have seen is that inside this blog post, if we scroll to the top here, it is still wired. I do think now that I've played with wireless headsets, having these cords, that does suck. Hopefully this just plugs directly into one of the USB ports or something on my PlayStation 5 and I don't need like breaker boxes or booster ports and stuff. I want to just plug this straight in, but my concern is still the fact that I'm going to trip over this cable. Like, having yourself tethered to the console does kind of suck. And my other concern is comparing it to something that they've already released, which is the PlayStation VR1. When the original PlayStation VR came out, it was $400, which at the time was the cost of the PlayStation 4. My concern is that with how big and how powerful the PlayStation 5 is, it being $500, I am a little bit nervous that this headset is probably going to cost $500 again. Now, to me personally, that seems really, really high. If this thing manages to get closer to $300 or $350, I think that would be a huge W, because especially even if you compare it to something like MetaQuest, which obviously used to be called the Oculus Quest, this thing is $300 for the smaller hard drive version. You get the bigger version, it's $400. The Oculus Quest 2 is a freestanding, crazy powerful, very, very, very good headset. I love this thing myself, actually. Honestly, like, my thought is just that if they manage to make this that cheap, I hope they can find a way to make the price of PlayStation VR as low as possible, especially for the games. There has been some debate right now that a lot of the PlayStation 5 games cost $70, even if sometimes they don't seem like they're the longest, biggest experience. If they start trying to make PlayStation VR 2 games $70 each and the headset's $500, I do worry about the future of PlayStation VR. But these have just been some off-the-cuff thoughts because honestly, I am excited about this. What do you think about all this? Is this something that's exciting to you? Is this boring to you? Or is this something that you're trying to just tepidly tiptoe into? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Please give this video a giant thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. All right, I'm going to go eat a gigantic Subway sandwich because it's going to be so good. Oh. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.